Monty and Rommel, we are finally joined by one of our most long-trailed guests.
Yeah, my God.
The phenomenon, Pierre Novellie.
I mean, there's a million things we could get him on to talk about. It was almost choice paralysis.
Yes, it was.
What you're going to guest on. Because, I mean, you could talk about nearly anything.
And as we will find out, he will talk about all of it.
Yeah.
We were just talking about cattle bolt guns before. We were being schooled on the logistics of a cattle bolt gun.
Of a Chigurh.
Pierre Novellie, people don't know, one of my oldest friends in comedy. One of the greatest stand-ups of certainly our generation, and I mean
very
that.
kind.
And
agree.
also card-carrying autist.
Yeah. You're part of the autistic
And
part,
probably you, and it's a toss-up between you and Fern Brady as to when you got your diagnoses that I went the most like, obvious,
Yeah.
You know,
because
it
you
makes
said
so much sense.
there was a game with how long before Pierre mentioned the tanks. Right.
Yeah. There was a game which was how long will Pierre before Pierre talks about military history in an insanely detailed way. You know military history better than anyone I know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You've met Al Murray now.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
But okay, I said,
before that.
Before him.
Yeah.
Before Al's kind of horrifying universe level knowledge of World War II.
Also, first debut for Jeans on the podcast. We never had Jeans on the show. That's
true.
I've gone for a kind of Robin Williams character look.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to say it's not your fault a lot.
A bit more laid back.
Yeah. But we talked about Monty and Rommel. Now, we last episode, we got to Rommel had the first battle of El Alamein.
Yeah.
I imagine you know all
Are you
about
more of a
this.
first or second Alamein guy?
Second.
Second, yeah.
I mean, I just don't know if there's like a hipster tape. Actually, the first.
I prefer his earlier stuff. Alamein 1's got a lot going for it. So to recap, Rommel is on meth in the desert. He's pushed the Brits. Or he's sort of like Johan Cruyff. He's playing total football with tanks. He's pushed the Brits all the way back into Egypt on Operation Sonnenblume.
Morale is low.
Morale's low. That Tobruk has been relieved finally. The Australian rats.
The rats, yeah.
Not my words. They've been relieved by the RAF, and at the first battle of El Alamein, it's ended in stalemate. And now the great hero, much as in this series, the great autistic hero has arrived
An
to
autistic
save
icon.
the Brits because we got a bit lost.
We
in
did
the
get lost.
Chaos
It
last
was
episode.
just too many details about the kind of going back and forth in the desert, and we were losing morale at the end of the second episode.
Yes.
And we've flown in an autist.
Yes,
to save
our
us.
own Monty.
To boost morale.
to be rude but correct about things.
Oh God! I so wish I had that label.
Was it rude but incorrect?
Yeah. No, it's just rude at the moment. I'm just rude. Really hoping for some kind of label. Your opinion on Montgomery first before we crack into it, or maybe your opinion on the North African theatre, which in my opinion is the most important theatre of World War II.
Yeah, of course, it's the defining theatre, you'd say.
Well, it's the best way to drain the enemy of resources is make them go to the desert for no reason and fart around.
Right. Are you aware of a game that we highlighted? You are aware of it?
The huge board game.
Okay. Did I not bet you in the last episode that he's heard of it?
Yeah. That takes 20 years to complete.
I want to play this so much. And I couldn't find 7 or 8 people who would join us.
You could find 7 or 8
easily.
people. Really?
Easily. Now. Yeah.
Can you name them? Because I take issue with the idea there are 8 people waiting to play the campaign for North Africa over 20 years.
So so it's a 20-year game, and what you need to choose your stage of life. Are you thinking like 60 to 80? Are you thinking, or do you want to be a bit more compos mentis? Do you want to be a bit more? Is it 40 to 60?
I think you've just got to see it as, you know,
this is my life now.
This is my every second Sunday. As long as you do it for a full Sunday.
That's going to take 40 years, though.
No, it's every 2 weeks, isn't it?
No, if you met every week.
It's every 2 weeks. If you met twice a month.
He knows.
He already knows. He knows everything.
Twice a month, baby. And the problem with I know in the board game, the Italians, it's like they need more water and stuff because they're constantly boiling pasta and things.
Genuinely. Yeah. Christ.
Which is mad. Genuinely,
It's like a fucking ChatGPT. It's
Man,
crazy.
Yeah. They based that on Pierre.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just came in while I slept, and they.
You have to account for the evaporation of water more so if you're British because they're using jerry cans rather than drums. But this theatre,
no one's finished it.
No one has ever finished it.
Really?
Supposedly, no one's ever finished
We
it.
shouldn't tell him that because
Because also, you will
Red
do it
rag.
now for the next 20 years, and that is when you'll see if you have any kids. That will be just. Sorry, I was playing the campaign for North Africa.
they'll just say
fair
it's-
enough if you're fighting an actual war, maybe.
Yeah.
The worst thing would be playing it for 18 years, and then you see on the news someone has finished it.
Yes.
And you're like 2 years away.
Yeah, 100%. But also, I don't know what the post-nut clarity will be like when you finish that game. Because it'll be like, well, that's it.
20 years.
The board up.
Then you make a new one called Barbarossa.
Yeah.
And you just
you have to have something going. Because I think afterwards where it's like, well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, invasion of Sicily.
Yeah.
Roll dice to try and seduce the mafia into helping you.
Husky, Operation Husky.
Yeah,
you play a much shorter game, which is just dropping a bomb in Japan.
Yeah.
You go,
is that sort of like...
It's the opposite. This just takes one turn.
Two turns.
Yeah. Two turns. And
they thought it would only take one turn.
Yeah,
and
they
then
did. Yeah.
It took fucking two.
Fuck it, another one. Why not? Why not? We're here now. Go on. So yeah, we're in the desert, and as you say, this theatre is all about resources.
Yeah,
it's the most logistical of the.
So how do you think, compared to, you know a lot about World War II, how do you think is this part of World War II, where does this rank with some of your favourite bits? Is this like B tier, A tier?
Everything gets overshadowed by Normandy, right? If you're from the West.
Right.
If you're Russian, you just think that you did it on your own and you don't care about anything anyone else did. So whatever. But D-Day and Saving Private Ryan and all the video games. But North Africa is great because you've got like a super villain and a superhero.
It's a
character.
spin-off, right?
Oh man. And like the thing that makes it difficult is the toing and froing. It's exactly what you guys got demoralized by.
It's end-to-end stuff.
Hang on, we've lost Tobruk again.
Yeah. It changes hands 3 times in the course of the war.
Absolutely mad.
And also, it's all basically the only inhabitable bit is a whatever couple 100 miles strip, and everything else is desert.
Yeah, and it's horrible to imagine. I like being
fighting
40 degrees and like the best place to be is inside a metal tin.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
So after the first battle of El Alamein, the hipster's choice, Churchill decides to initiate the.
Not everyone's heard of the first battle of El Alamein, but everyone who has went on to fight the second of.
But if you were hipsters are calling people out, girls calling them out for wearing a t-shirt with the first battle. It's like,
because Primark sells them.
Have you even studied the first battle?
I'm going around Rough Trade wearing a t-shirt saying first battle of El Alamein, and I'm getting nooky.
Name 3 brigades.
You best believe I'm getting some 8th Army tang right now. Winston Churchill, after the first battle of El Alamein, institutes the Cairo Purge. Okay. He pushes for a complete overhaul of the leadership. So at this point, it's Orc, who is a repressed homosexual. He's a gay man, to use the language of the time.
I like saying gay man because it sounds like it's a position in the tank. You know,
no, but also
you've got an infantryman, you've got a gay man.
But it also seems like that would be how you pronounce it in the old days.
Yes,
Gayman. Now, his plan is for someone called, is it Gort, to take control? But Gort, right, is flying from London to North Africa to take up the role. His plane gets shot down because the Germans think that Churchill's in that plane.
Right.
So they think they've killed Churchill because Churchill is going to North Africa, which he doesn't really need to be doing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
was there like a Churchill wrap around the plane with like a picture of him?
It's it was a tour bus. Yeah.
Churchill posted a selfie on board a private plane, and they thought that's got to be.
Was it Gort or Got?
Got
gets shot down.
Yeah.
Which means that enter Monty.
Yeah.
A difficult man.
Yes.
But the right man.
a difficult pint.
Difficult pint, no doubt.
Anti-booze.
Yes. Well,
that's as difficult.
That's as difficult as it gets. I'm anti-booze and I'm rude.
Yeah.
You have to pick. You have to have both.
That's true, actually. To be sober and rude is a real...
Just white knuckling it.
Yeah.
He seems like a rude guy. He's not like one of those rude for straight people who's just short with you. He'll sit and do a session of being rude.
I'll tell you
He's not leaving. He'll be rude all night. He'll keep going.
He's the sort of person who follows up a question almost immediately with, well?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that vibe coming from him.
Yeah.
13th of August, 42, Monty takes command of the 8th Army.
Yeah.
He immediately orders a no withdrawal, or no, no fucking leaving.
Yeah.
We don't go further back than this line.
He makes everyone burn the pamphlets and instruction booklets on how to retreat in good order.
Really?
That's nice.
They get
Brilliant.
burned.
But that's one of his skills is morale boosting, right?
Yeah.
So like symbolic things of saying like we're definitely going to win, burn that stuff like that was actually pretty goated.
I think it's such a morale boost for someone to come in and channel the maddest PE teacher you had.
Yes.
Because that's who you want, I think, in that situation.
Wait, is it getting Big Sam in to avoid relegation?
It's
is
totally
that basically
that. It's Mike Bassett, tank commander. It's what he is. It's totally that. It's 4-4-2. None of this fucking total football nonsense.
We tried it with a European manager. It was too
Bollocks.
expensive. We don't have the players.
Shore
Get
up.
Sam in. Let's make sure we can survive.
It's totally what he does.
Up to this point, you've had a bunch of old guys with pipes, and then a little weird man with a mustache shows up and is just incredibly rude about how fat and unfit everyone is, and makes everyone go on jogs. And it's not nice, but it does make you go, oh.
Obsessed with fitness. But as we were saying, fitness is very different then because the bodies, it didn't look ripped or anything.
No.
It's just a lot of star jumps, I imagine.
So many star jumps. Like sprinting around with a rifle fully above your head.
Yeah. Climbing over a rope and then dropping down over a frame.
Yeah. Trying to desperately turn tinned corned beef into muscle.
Yes, but then that is actually it's optimal, isn't it? Because there's no like sugar and stuff like there is now.
Yeah.
If you have soup, it's just soup. It doesn't have glucose in it. I'd imagine.
And there's no waste of like excess muscle where it's like, well, I can lift up this heavy weight, and it's like, well, if it's heavier than your rifle, you've wasted your time.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
We tell you what we should do. We should place this. This is what we always do, Pierre, is that we place a date with anything in history that happened before or after. I imagine you'd be very good at this. And it has become a sort of spectator sport where you try and get it as close as possible.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be though. You can
do
give
it.
yourself a big
We've had
cushion.
some people with like the Big Bang. And like the birth of Greg Wallace. It's like, you can like,
do whatever you want. So 13th of August, 1942. Okay. What's that before? What's that after?
13th of August, 1942.
Yeah, it can be anything.
To be honest, if it shoot from the hip, whatever comes out, it comes out.
Okay. It's after sliced bread.
Well, that's fine. Let's have a check with that. We're going to check.
Yep. Send that up to
We're
the
going to check that.
after
Come on.
sliced breast.
1928.
There we go.
He had that in his back
Incredibly
pocket.
late for sliced bread.
Very late for sliced bread.
I feel I would have come up with that as soon as bread was invented.
When was the bread knife invented? Because was that the 6th of August, 1928?
No. I'm glad we're onto this because the reason I know when
1893.
It took them 30 years to go from bread knife to sliced bread.
What were they doing the bread knife before?
Don't know.
just tonguing it.
Sorry, it's after sliced bread.
pre-miniskirt.
Pre-miniskirt 60s.
Surely. Yeah, that's lovely. That's a lovely cushion. You were having a sandwich, but the women, thankfully, had their legs covered. So you could enjoy your sliced bread sandwich.
64.
64, Mary Quant.
So sort of like
Another
it
British
was
icon.
a Belle Epoque of the Western world, wasn't it?
What,
Sliced bread miniskirt before
the miniskirt ruined it.
Before all moral values collapsed.
Yeah. Because
We had the technology and dignity.
Yes, exactly. We still had more social conservatism. Because 64 was... Charlie, when was the first divorce laws? I think it's 67. You know, the miniskirt started...
This is Wilson's Britain.
It is a train of events that resulted in the family unit being shattered.
69.
69,
Oh, damn.
Divorce
There you go.
Reform Act, there you go. No fault concepts. Just basically mean it was meaningless. Marriage was meaningless. Means nothing anymore. Look at the legs on that woman.
Yeah,
I want a divorce. That's
I
what
don't care
happens.
that my bread's sliced.
I don't care.
My whole reality's
I want to put her
collapsed.
between two slices of bread.
This is all over.
It's all over. Now, Monty's arrived. Yes.
Yeah.
Miniskirts are not yet a thing.
No.
They are introduced, but sort of 12 years before Monty dies, and you must
It
imagine.
probably it started his death.
I
Probably.
think so. I think he got ill when he saw the first miniskirt. So the conditions when he arrives, you've got sand going up everywhere, the flies, the sinkholes that would just open up and just swallow a
We got a
vehicle.
quote from Monty actually. Fine sand in the desert infiltrated everything: vehicles, weapons, food, and bodily orifices. Said very seriously, I imagine.
Sandstorms are stopping the fighting. Scorpions, spiders. Apparently, they all say in their memoirs, flies were the worst.
Yeah.
They were just constant flies, dead bodies, corned beef, flies.
But then the Australians performed the best in this theatre, arguably. And that's probably because they're used to this
think
sort of
this
stuff.
is it.
They
They're-
got those hats with the corks and stuff.
Yeah.
They're built for it.
Yeah.
And you're saying to them, it's really hot and you're going to have to be really aggressive. And then,
Yeah.
Bang on. Great.
Yeah.
What
Fine.
else?
Yeah.
Fine.
So Monty's leadership style is the antithesis of Rommel's. Rommel is improvisational, speed, literally and metaphorically. Whereas Monty doesn't really want to attack unless
Josie Montinho.
Joseph, lovely, absolutely terrific. Jose Montinho. He only wants to attack when he absolutely knows for sure that he's going to win.
Yeah.
Which, when you put it like that, you're like, well, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's what I'd do.
I'd do that.
It's mad that's just being autistic enough to say, no,
Yeah.
not
Well,
yet. It's like a
we
superpower.
can defer. I'm sure you like to know what the social plan is.
Plan it, yeah.
You want to know who's going to be there.
What
You
if
want to know your escape route.
Yeah. Which Germans will be there? Which Italians will be there? What kind of weapons will they have? Come on.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to leave the house unless you know for sure you won't be humiliated.
Yeah, who can I talk
exactly.
to about military history? Who can go blow for blow? You know, I need to know that there's at least a couple of.
How many Italian paratroopers will be there? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. There was a table at your wedding of Italian paratroopers. That's a slur I use. Anyway. The Allied forces are completely fucked. They're exhausted. And Monty, as we saw when he was in World War One, he has a pretty harrowing. I mean, there's no unharrowing World War One experience. But he gets shot in the lung.
It's quite a British experience, I think, being stuck under another body and just
lying there while it's getting
there,
riddled
being
with
like,
bullets.
"No, I'm fine. Yeah, and lying there for like 2 days.
Wait till night time.
Yeah, genuinely, just waiting for the sun to go down. Hello.
Well, just thinking, I wonder what's happening with that lung of mine.
Yeah.
An upper lip has never been so stiff.
Yeah. The stiffest of upper lips. And the knobbliest of knees. He does also kind of look like my granddad. So I feel a sort of sense of, I don't know, there's a grandfatherness to him.
Yeah.
So he really cares about human life, which is actually quite rare amongst World War II generals.
Is it an empathetic thing or is it a tactical thing? It's hard to know.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as someone who has much
he's not
empathy.
like
I think it's a
bleeding heart sort of.
the waste.
Yes, it's resources.
Yeah.
The men are resources.
And I've spent so long getting them good at cross country.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
What a shame to lose them.
Well, many of them died during cross country.
Yeah, the most dangerous part of being in Monty's army is the training. Because so many of them die.
Yeah.
So after the first battle of Alamein, Hipster's Choice, Rommel plans another offensive entitled Operation Surf. This would be the last big Axis offensive of the Desert Campaign.
Yes.
And so he basically tries to defeat the 8th Army before Allied reinforcements arrive. Now, can you explain to our thick listeners and ourselves what is going on in Crete at this time that's taking resources away? Like, why is the Allied? Why are we not pouring absolutely everything into the North African?
They're
theatre?
sending a lot of stuff to Greece.
Because there's loads of stuff going on in Greece at the minute.
Churchill had a real boner for the idea of invading up through Greece and Yugoslavia for a while.
Yeah. What, into the German occupied
soft
Poland.
underbelly.
Right. Yeah.
He was on a real jag about it for a while and just wouldn't let it lie. And they thought they could save Greece from the Italians, and they almost did. But then, like always with the Italians in World War II, they went, "We need help suppressing the population," and Germany went, "Fine, we'll send people."
Yeah.
We'll send someone to pick you up in an Uber.
Well, we were saying there's a argument the Italians lose Germany the war because they delay Barbarossa by 6 weeks, which ends up being crucial because the Italians don't have any plan at all. The only thing that Mussolini's thought of is, I want to ride bareback on a horse through Cairo and we'll just work the rest out.
Yeah.
And then they surrender immediately. So you were saying their main weapon is that they're a liability to look after.
To have 100,000 prisoners of war is a nightmare.
It's a logistics nightmare.
It's absolutely insane just to be like, we didn't have enough awful beef for us, really.
Yeah.
Now we've got to put you somewhere.
And they're not even eating it.
No.
Because it's not made by my... No.
That's their punishment for
declaring
war.
Yeah, that's the war crime.
You have to eat British food.
Yeah.
They torture me. I have to eat British
from a
food.
tin, please.
Bread sliced.
So Rommel's idea is to swing around south through the Qattari Depression. I don't know if you've struggled with Qattari Depression in your time. Around the British flank, cut. It's all about swinging around flanks, this there, because you have this massive sand sea.
Yeah.
That's sort of an open. If you can use that, then you can kind of
and just infinity landmines.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
so both sides putting those landmines, was it mainly the Germans?
Just constant. Yeah.
And still now Bedouins keep getting blown up. Just walking to school and just
bang.
Yeah, gone.
Up in the air.
I mean, I guess it seems quite reckless to me, laying landmines. You don't really think about the future, are you?
No,
because you just lay them down and it's just like, is this area just fucked
It's farting in a lift and then just leaving straight away. It's farting as the doors open. See it, doors closed. Well, I don't know where that's going. Fuck you then.
Yeah.
It's
like you're sending a dumb waiter with a fart and a dumb waiter up to
and
the
Princess
top floor.
Diana's next campaign, Had She Lived, was about people who fart in lifts. And then
Was it?
Yeah, she was big on that. Really big on that. She had a big blue ribbon. Anyway, so we get to the Battle of Alam el Haifa. Or Halfa. Does this set you off? You know what that is?
Yeah, on the ridge.
On the ridge. Go on, talk us through the Battle of Alamein Halfa.
They knew that Rommel was going to do this broadly.
Right.
So because of the Enigma code?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're reading all their post.
Because this is the first time that the Enigma codes come into proper effect.
Is it? I thought that had happened in Battle of Britain somewhat.
There's Ultra and then there's Enigma, or the other way around. But what was useful here was they realized the Germans have been getting loads of stuff for ages from the American ambassador. Mm-hmm. The Italians had broken the code by going into the embassy in Rome and finding it in a desk or something. Pathetic.
Yeah.
And then he'd been telling America all the cool stuff from Cairo, and that had been fucking everything up. They figured that out. And then they always knew when the Germans were sending ships full of fuel. They always knew who was where. They always knew. I mean, it was mad, the amount. They knew when Rommel was back in a spa having little fish eat his
and the
toes or whatever.
revisionism about Monty, because he was obviously, he sold himself as a genius.
Yeah, and that's the narrative for the first few years.
And then it slowly, when people revisited his legacy in the 60s, they kind of put a lot more into the fact that he just had the Enigma code. He basically had the cheat code.
We will get to why people decide that it wasn't him with what he says in the 60s. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that next episode.
But he was smart, because if you know that Rommel's coming up for the South, he left it very like empty in the big open shitty bit that is like hard to defend, and just covered a ridge overlooking the area with anti-tank guns and tanks, dug in tanks. And
he dug in tanks so that the barrel would stick out.
Yeah.
And then it would essentially be like an anti-tank gun, but it's a tank.
Cover the front in sandbags and wood. And
is that going to be
earth.
cooler to be in the tank if it's covered in sand, or really hot?
After one night, I think cool, but in the day you'd be like,
don't want to be in there.
I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
Because the tanks are small.
Fuck, man.
You have to be. They're like jockeys, right? You have to be a certain size to fit in a tank. Do you?
Yeah. But they're all tiny back in the day, weren't they? They're all pretty small.
I think it helped, the lack of nutrition.
Yeah.
Apart from the head of the SAS, David Sterling was 6'6". He must
Yes.
have been fucking huge back then.
It must have been like having an ent.
Yeah.
I've come to fight the Germans with you.
So this is Monty's first battle in command, 30th of August to the 5th of September. So yeah, he leaves this kind of trap for Rommel around the south.
Yeah.
And then I guess they stumble into it. Would you say it's a kill zone?
Yeah.
Would you say it's a kill zone?
Would you say
I'd say so.
Well, then I say it's a kill
I'd say
zone.
it's a kill zone then.
And Rommel's not got enough fuel, so every time he does anything with tanks, he's using up like the last bit of petrol.
Yeah.
And it has to work, and it just doesn't.
And as we know,
The bags run out. The
the
come
speed
down
runs
side.
out. As we know from the board game, you have to plan enough fuel.
Yeah.
This is a theatre of war about logistics and supplies.
Yeah.
And his supply line is all the way back to
Tripoli.
Tripoli.
Yeah.
And we're on the Patreon, which we'll be sticking around for. We're talking about the SAS. By this point, they've become quite effective at disrupting Rommel's supply lines.
Yeah. Dicking around.
But it was a trial and error. We talked about this on the
the start.
It was
is
a
quite
trial
funny.
and error because the beginning begins with them just jumping out of planes and breaking
just-
their legs.
Just into a sandstorm, basically.
just jumping out of a
You've
plane.
got to work this stuff out, as I say many times.
Do we need a parachute? Yes, we do. Turns out we do.
It's easy to say with hindsight. That's a bad
Not
idea.
all sacred cows should be slaughtered. Parachutes work. So yeah, we're looking at a map now. I imagine Pierre, this is the kind of stuff you've got in your room. You've framed in your.
We're just tattooed all over me like Prison Break.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Do you understand how to read these sorts of things? When I'm reading military history books, I find them quite choppy, and then I get to things like this, and it breaks my head a bit. These charts.
I think a box with a cross in it is an infantry regiment, and a box with a cross and a kind of circle is a tank. It's like the shape of a tank from World War One.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. Right.
And then there's like a thing with a parachute in as parachutists, and then there's a couple of others where I sort of don't really know what the hell
But how
they're
do you
about.
tell what order the arrows are moving in, or are you not meant to? I always find them quite hard to read.
That is hard. They sometimes they're nice and they do a kind of different color or kind of cross hatching or something, but often, especially if it's like a single day, you just think, okay, I guess I get it. Whatever.
Yeah. So
Look at all these arrows.
I'd go round.
I'd
just go really far. Like no one's down there, so I'd go all the way down there. And I'd go up.
I guess they didn't have this.
Well, that's what he did. That's what he did. That's the ridge. You see that little line there above the top red line.
Yeah, but there's only one guy. I get all of them really fast down there,
Yeah.
and then I'd come back up, and then
It's
I'd
a running theme, your retrospective
I don't
military.
know. It always seems, whenever I look at these, it always seems a lot easier.
Yeah.
Well,
But
just go there.
But they're running out of fuel, and planes are coming and fucking with them from Malta.
Phoebe, can you go on the research and find that image of, I think this, but it has the different countries of the regiments, because it's quite funny, because the Greeks are being
Greeks
used.
are there, yeah.
The Greeks are here.
Yeah, because it's quite a, which never get, look at this. And I would, if I was Rommel, I would view that Greek brigade as sort of like the Ardennes Forest, as a sort of break in the Maginot Line, where you can ease. I mean, that's.
Why are we lining up?
Look at the Greek brigade. It's just a load of plastic chairs.
They're also using the anachronistic South African flag,
Yeah.
which is a bit naughty.
Well, hang on, but this is
That's
this
a naughty one.
not? Is this
Is that
not?
not during Naughty Africa though?
That's naughty flag, yeah, but naughty
is that-
flag wasn't in yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
So back then it should have just been like, it's like the naval ensign,
Right,
the Union
right.
Jack in the corner, classic, whatever. That wasn't the flag.
That's the apartheid flag.
yeah, big
Okay,
time.
so Phoebe has deliberately chosen an apartheid era map. It's fine. It's fine. She's dyslexic.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think that counts with flags, though. I think flags were invented to help dyslexia.
I think people online, when they make these diagrams, just choose that flag to minimize the amount of Union Jacks on the
Sure. Yeah.
in the visual
Yeah.
field.
So Monty, how does that battle end? The Alpha Ridge, is it sort of Rommel retreats? I imagine.
Rommel has to pull back. They lose roughly equal numbers of tanks, but that's the first time that the German tanks haven't just steamrolled everything. So
Right.
it's seen as like a stalemate / victory.
Have the Shermans come in yet? Have the
Yes.
the American Sherman tanks?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
This is even though we did it without the help
Not
of the
Ben,
American,
not Ben Sherman, Charlie. No, not Ben Sherman.
It's
No.
not loads of Ben Sherman shirts coming in, and it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
these guys look
Wow,
awesome.
they look good. To be
They
fair,
look good. I can't.
It's
These
good for
guys-
morale.
Yeah, it is good for us.
good for morale.
Monty brings in Ben Sherman. This.
Yeah.
What the Sherman tanks? What were we using before?
Matildas, Valentines.
Matildas. What a great name.
Is
for a
these
tank.
British tanks, right?
Those are British, yeah. And they still,
and
they
the
still have
best
good
tanks
points.
were the German tanks, but now the Americans have invented a better tank than the Germans, and we're getting those ones.
Kind of, yeah. The Sherman's useful because it's just like fucking Lego. Just stick it together from old bits, and like if it gets blown up, often the crew survive and just get out the back.
I think Bill Burr said we basically McDonald's them.
Yeah.
Which is such a funny, because that's what they
100%.
did. Like they
just-
McDonald's Russia. Like
Yeah.
they just fucking
100%.
they just built them like a
yeah.
fucking hamburger.
So the Rommel said, or German said, the sand was alive with fire. Every ridge seemed to hold guns waiting for us.
Yeah.
So into a trap, essentially. Rommel retreats. And at this point, Monty's reputation is enhanced. Now, let's just chat a bit about his kind of look. Because he makes his own... Again, it's all part of this aura.
He's an influencer. He's very brand aware.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
He wears a black beret, big shorts.
Yeah.
This is the high point for British big shorts.
Big shorts.
After this, the shorts get longer. They become trousers, and we lose our grip on
We
it.
lose something.
The press in World War II plays a much bigger role than World War One. You don't really have these sorts of celebrities.
Yes.
It's sort of the birth of this.
Black Beret is armored divisions. So it's like the tank guys are like, yeah, he's one of ours.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a kind of nod to them. They get a real kick out of
But
that.
then, do you know, with the SAS, they started wearing beige berets.
Yeah.
But then when they would go back to Cairo after missions, fights would break out because they're all very difficult men.
Sure.
And they would get laughed at as being big sissies, gaymans, for having white berets. And then
Yeah,
fights
yeah.
would break out. So they had to then go to red berets.
Right.
Yes, yeah. It's also it's such a funny trap
Yeah.
to give the maddest, toughest men in your
The
military
gayest hat.
a hat that starts fights.
Yeah. But Monty also, with his big shorts, had a fly whisk.
Yes.
Now, I did not know this was. I didn't know this was a thing. I assumed it was a fly swatter,
Yeah.
but I imagine this is what the fly swatter originated from.
Yeah.
I think the fly whisk is a deterrent, and the fly swatter is a killer.
Right, I see.
Also, there's an element of
It's much more-
trying to swag it out a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it's trying to
yeah.
aura farm a little bit here.
A horse's tail, yeah. But it's much more impressive and
But every general
Graceful.
chose like recognizable thing. Like Patton was always seen with the. Well, I guess is that just not the normal helmet? I guess.
Yeah, but
Patton-
you're not still. It's like a helmet you'd wear like a general's hat as opposed to a service helmet.
And he seemed to be wearing a helmet indoors all the time. It always looked a bit weird. He always looked like
was he autistic as well?
He sort of looked like a Deliveroo driver picking up McDonald's. You know,
He had 2 pearl-handled revolvers on each hip.
You got to be a cowboy.
That's
You've got to
pretty cool.
swag it out.
That is pretty cool.
That's real Uday Hussein.
Yeah. But Monty and him don't get on.
No.
2 difficult men.
And I think it's Monty's fault, to be fair. We have to concede.
Yeah, but I don't think Monty got on with anyone.
No. Doesn't seem that way.
But he wasn't there to get on with them. He was there to get a job done.
It's very morale boosting to have any general that was willing to do even one thing that a normal soldier would do. There's some German general that would always insist on still having like a infantry issue rifle with him.
Yeah.
Now, the Desert Air Force plays an increasingly dominant role as well. By the time Monty wants air supremacy before he will attack at second battle of it.
I would as well.
Yeah. Again, it sounds very obvious when he does it. He's like, well, yeah.
Air superiority, I really would like that.
But again, this is because the Germans have failed to knock out Malta.
Yeah.
I guess, is Greece too far to be launching air raids? Probably is.
Yeah. But it's being able to like rebase stuff, right? Like you can hop from wherever to Malta to North Africa and back again.
So there's a big old... Malta becomes very important. It's one of the first things in the game. You have to raid Malta.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the first parts of the 100 turns that is one turn. But also, so the Enigma code at this point has been cracked by Alan Turing.
So again, another autism, British autism, fucking...
It's world leading.
World leading.
Well, it's what wins the war, ultimately, in this theatre.
Fucking, yeah.
Not wasting our time funneling these kids into chess matches or something.
No.
Monty and Turing is fucking...
Yeah. So...
Andy Cole and Dwight York, fucking...
So that means that we can constantly stop supplies reaching Rommel.
Yeah.
He runs out. Now, Rommel is absolutely knackered by after El Halfa.
Yeah.
This is when he goes back to Germany, September 42.
Yeah.
He has been on speed for 18 months.
A long time.
Too long.
In 40 degrees.
Yeah. And he's now what his leadership style, right, is that he's very because he was in World War I as well, and both him and Monty felt in World War I that the top brass were too disconnected. There was too big a chain of command.
Yeah.
Although the Germans' whole thing actually was more about improvisational chaos. They were starting that in World War I.
Improv guys.
They're an improv troupe.
There's a yes and sort of...
One improv troupe.
Ja
The
Ja und doctrine.
Yeah, they were Yachthunters, but so Rommel's thing is that he rides in the front line in an armoured car with an escort and not a Southeast Asian woman. I mean a guy with a gun. The opposite of an escort, really.
That's what you're into, I guess.
Sorry, there's just every time I think of that, one of the first Gary Delaney jokes I ever heard. Fill the escort up with diesel. She died. Anyway, phenomenal joke. So Rommel's fucked, but his replacement cannot. He tries to mimic Rommel's leadership style. Yeah. Right. So there's a guy called General Georg Stumer. Now he's a fat guy. He sounds fat.
Stumer.
George Stumer.
Yeah, it's very Augustus Gloop sort of name.
Stumer.
Yeah.
So now he has high blood pressure. There he is. He doesn't look great, does he? He has high blood pressure, and he comes in 42, and first thing he does. I think this is maybe El Alamein second battle has started at this point. It's the first day.
Yeah.
So Monty opens with a fucking 10-hour barrage on the German front lines. And the first instance is Operation Lightfoot. And this is because, as Pierre said, they put so many mines down. Yeah. So do they take their shoes off and try and walk through them?
So the mines are mainly anti-tank mines. So if you're a guy won't set it off. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Yeah,
so they creep.
Still not a reassuring thing to be told.
No, they creep through.
We're quite sure, probably.
Yeah, they creep through and they try and disable these mines. I guess after the bombardment or during it. I don't know.
Just after, yeah, I think. Annoyingly.
But I think a lot of people still die, and it just takes a long, long time. Yeah. But this is where Stumer, Rommel's replacement, he comes to the front line, but he accidentally falls into by the Allied guns. He's not in an armoured car. He's just in a Jeep. the driver, a commander, gets immediately shot in the head by an anti-tank gun. So his head collapses, like explodes.
His head's gone. He's lost his head.
He's lost his head. Right?
His Paul Gascoigne, his head's gone.
Yeah, he's there just being like, come on.
He's not.
So the driver does like a 3-point turn, immediately tries to get out of there. The force in which he turns means Stumer falls out of the car and he's hanging onto the car like this while there's gunfire. Drives
his already red face gets even redder.
He's really fat, red face, high blood pressure, and he arrives back behind the lines and he realizes that the general's no longer attached to the car. And then 3 days later, they find his body in the desert with no bullet wounds, no scratches. He just had a heart attack from stress.
Really?
Yeah. Just a fat guy fell out of a car and had a heart attack.
This is a pure farce.
Yeah. But that's the general. So that's Rommel's replacement.
Christ.
But then it's funny to think that must be how so many people died in the war. But it was an incredibly, very stressful place.
And if you smoke 80 a day, like everyone did.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also the idea of the general. We're talking about there's only a couple of generals that stand out in World War II. Yeah. It's funny just think about all these other generals who
could not. Yeah, exactly.
There's
a reason you haven't heard of Stumer. He's a fat guy fell out of
Like, does he have a philosophy on military history? We don't really know what Stumer's
He may well have written a book about it.
Yeah.
Be as fat as possible. And don't wear a seatbelt.
Just drive around.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the first day after the second battle of El Alamein starts, which is, what's the date of that? 23rd of October 42. Right. So Hitler frantically contacts Rommel, who is in like a spa town somewhere.
Yeah.
They love it.
He's having a little steam.
He's having a sauna in what I guess this would be South Germany. That's pretty unaffected from it?
He's doing German healthy things. Yeah. He's doing jumping jacks. He's in a sauna. He's drinking loads of mineral water.
He's in the Grand Budapest Hotel. Basically.
To be fair, I do want to make a point.
I would like to change the film a little bit.
I do want to make a point that German 40s wellness, if you can strip the politics out of it, does look a vibe.
One of the many things they've lost, they've been ruined by the Nazis. They had a couple of things.
Baby, bathwater, again.
they've kept
and what a warm bathwater it is.
Let's not throw anything out. Let's just have a bath.
They've kept the cultural enthusiasm for nudity.
Yes,
they've kept that part.
Something about, doing jumping jacks in the Alps.
Yeah.
Nude.
Yeah.
I'm into
like a chewing gum advert.
Yeah. Well,
it's freshness.
It's the front of a fucking Milka bar. That's where I want to live.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to David Lloyd in the basement with flashing lights, being shouted at by Tyreek.
Maybe the wrong side won the war.
What could have been? Anyway, so. Yeah, Hitler frantically gets Rommel back to the front lines, even though Rommel has not yet, I guess, purged himself of 18 months of speed.
No, yeah.
Somehow he gets back pretty quickly.
With a few days, I think.
Is he? Yeah.
I think so.
So,
but shit's gone down by the time he's back. He's missed some big stuff.
So what's happening at this point? We're in the second battle of El Alamein now, Stumer has fallen.
Stumer has
literally.
Stumer burst like a big sausage.
Yeah. His casing burst.
Germans are the most satisfyingly fat people in the planet.
Yeah. We've said this
Americans,
before.
There's like a bubbly second fat. Germans, the Pilsner sausage build.
The rotundness.
Yeah. The quickest to draw fat people because it's just that.
Snowman.
Overlapping circles.
Yes. Yeah.
Simple. Yeah, and there's a shininess to them.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a sheen.
Permanently embarrassed cheeks.
A glow.
Yeah. It's like a pregnant glow.
Yeah.
For fat.
Yeah.
Oh, you're glowing.
You're glowing.
Oh.
Have you been promoted?
Yeah. So Rommel arrives back, 3 days later.
He's missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So what's happened?
The Aussies have taken a whole bunch of little hills.
Right.
Which
and these are like dunes.
Because it's the desert, they're like 3 meters high.
So I find this quite hard to visualize. Because it's not like, I can visualize, like you were saying in Normandy, I can visualize a small French village that I've been to on holiday. Yeah. When I go there, I can go, right, there's a bell tower, there's a sniper up there, a tank is rolling through. I can see it all happening. The cafe chairs are still out there. Yeah. In the desert, I mean, I've never been to the desert, but also it's just sand, right?
It's God on the second day, right? It's like nothing's been put in. That's it.
And it's like maximum visibility.
Yeah, and it's open.
You just imagine a rolling desert leading up to what looks like the horizon, but actually a gentle slope means it's about 3 meters higher than where you are, and so you're dead.
So, but
they could just see you.
What is like holding a position? How are you saying go and get that hill? Like,
there's ridges, right?
There's a few like big ridges
right.
that are like, oh shit, that's really worth getting. That's like 25 meters high.
Right.
above sea level. But yeah, a lot of it is just like our dune was slightly higher, so we could just machine gun them.
I'm so
to bits.
sorry. Charlie's got an important question.
How thick is sand? And can you,
How thick is sand?
can't you just burrow and be a mole, like go through the sand?
I think it just blows away. This sand apparently is like flour, they say. It's really fine.
Right.
Like horrifyingly fine sand.
Like flour.
So you can't crawl at all.
You can
you
crawl,
go
but they could
through
just
the
see you.
mountain.
They could just see you in there.
Yeah.
It's not always very deep sand.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try crawling up to the front lines and then just seeing.
But this
you
is
the whole
SAS
way.
thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, well, the
which before it worked, felt bad.
But how thick is the sand?
Yeah.
These are the questions you have to ask.
Yeah, exactly. Let's burrow in.
Yeah.
Everyone dies. Okay, it doesn't
Okay.
work.
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
But now we know.
We've got
Cross
to,
that off.
we've got to
Don't-
try things.
Yeah. I think the hills that Aussies take are decent, like 20 meters high or something.
Yeah.
Like, they do pretty well.
And also, why I like this theatre of war is that it's probably is the last great hurrah of empire, and that we win this without the Americans, and there's Australians, there's Indians, there's Africans,
Yeah.
and it's
Kiwis.
also it's men in big
It's a
short.
rainbow coalition.
It is the Rainbow Coalition.
Yes.
The empire,
Yes.
that's what you
I
call
am an ally for this rainbow flag,
yeah.
right? And it's men in big shorts who have learned authority in India.
Yes.
You know, using the landscape, and also as we discussed in the SAS series, you have a regiment called the Long Range Desert Group, who were there anyway before the war, charting the desert.
Yeah.
So you know the idea of the British Empire being full of scholars who like to chart data is a secret weapon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In
And
this that
it's-
Rommel doesn't have.
Hobbyists.
Yeah,
But
totally.
it's not. It's the same people who now do bouldering.
100%.
Ripped nerds.
yeah.
Ripped
The
nerds.
weird-
You've got a
that weird-
master's degree and you just love suffering.
Yeah, the rock climbers' bodies, because they got the nerd face. They got the rectangle glasses, but they're built like Jesus. It's kind of-
You see someone who looks like an embarrassing geography teacher. He's a sniper who speaks 7 languages.
Yeah.
This is the magic of the.
Yeah, we have lost something actually, not being at war. So Rommel arrives back on the 25th, was it, of October? And from this point, it becomes really grim and attritional. It's Mourinho against Pep, but he's shrunk the pitch. So the Axis communications start to break down because, as you say, Monty has got so many more resources at this point, which is why he's attacked, that he's just draining Rommel every time, the longer the battle goes on. Then we get to the phase between the 26th and 31st of October, which gets described as barbaric, where close-range artillery are blowing men apart.
Yeah.
Men get squashed by tanks.
It's just the worst thing you can.
Yeah. There's a film, is it Saving Private Ryan or Band of Brothers where that happens?
It's, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, that happens in that as well.
But that's the worst war film I've ever seen in terms of like actually what it would be like.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
Fucking
that.
horrible.
So
You've not seen
grim.
All Quiet on the Western Front?
Like-
the
like-
recent
Oh, the
one?
German one.
They get
Yeah.
excited.
No, I keep trying to suggest it.
it's
Amanda keeps saying no.
It's
really
it's
good.
amazing.
They
It's
get,
really good.
they get really excited to go to war and then they all.
Yeah, I do want to see that one.
It's
yeah.
very good.
But the snapping, the sound in the film of a man being squashed by a tank is it's
Their
not
face just like caves it.
it's not good.
Man.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's not nice to
You
be
could
shot.
never be
but
smug, like. I always needed a haircut.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a massage. Yeah. Bit more pressure, actually. Oh. Yeah, I like it for them. Yeah. It descends much like the Falklands into kind of fist and knife fighting in the
run
desert.
up small hill, jump into trench.
And sandy stuff as well. It's pretty grim.
I think directly fighting someone with your fist or like a hammer or a knife would maybe be the most sad and scary way of going. Do you think?
But it is crazy how, this
It's intimate.
It's so sad.
This war, like, there's so much artillery, machinery. It's the sort of, in many ways, the peak of industrialized warfare, because every war since, people have basically been holding stuff back because it's unfair.
Yeah, it's just
bad.
delete. Yeah.
Yeah, just delete country.
Delete.
Yeah.
We're going to
In
reformat.
this out.
Yeah. It's basically the same as playing a video game.
Yeah.
Anyway, this, like, the fact that you would just throw your gun away and then just start fighting a random guy like it's a pub.
You have to pick up a spade and try and chop someone with it.
It's crazy.
Again, 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Just the heat of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes in tunnels under the ground as well.
Yeah.
Fighting, it's
Awful.
crazy.
No
So
thanks.
now the Allies are benefiting from the fact that they're pretty close to Cairo and Alexandria. So the supply route's a lot shorter.
Yeah.
It's a long, long way back.
Yes.
And Gaddafi
Gaddafi is born.
Is he born?
1942.
42.
Wow.
Wait, what?
So Gaddafi, for reference, is about 4 months old at this
4
point.
months old. There's a 4-month Gaddafi amongst all of this.
And
He's a Gemini, apparently.
he's a Gemini.
Makes sense. It all makes sense.
It makes sense.
Well, yeah, he would be, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He would be.
Yeah.
He would be.
So
He didn't know what he wanted. You Middle Eastern or you African?
Yeah.
Come on, Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, listen, don't get me back onto
Let's
Gaddafi.
not start on
I
Gaddafi. We're
can't.
done.
We'll never finish this. We're on the second battle of El Alamein, and we're
Yes.
talking about Gaddafi.
Yeah.
You know, people's listening, their prostates won't handle this.
Yeah.
The 2nd November onwards, we get to Operation Supercharge, which is Monty's final offensive.
Big push.
This is the decisive phase of El Alamein. This is where basically Rommel gets defeated.
Yeah, across the entire line, everyone's been doing at the northern bit that actually matters with the railway and the ports and the bits where you can live.
Yeah. So when we say El Alamein, we mean a stretch of, I don't know, 100 miles?
Yeah, at least.
Maybe at least. It's quite a big stretch, a gap between a depression of sand, which
Yeah.
is inhospitable, and the coast.
Yeah.
Right. Carry on.
And at
sorry.
the very top, the Aussies have made good headway. The Highlanders have, but everyone else has kind of taken bits but not cracked it.
Right.
Yeah.
And Monty takes a bunch of troops out. I think the Kiwis mainly, and he figures he can remove enough of them to create a new attacking force.
Yeah.
To do supercharge.
How are the Kiwis in battle? For me, I wouldn't trust them as much. Jacinda Ardern, they're just a bit like
Yeah.
polite, you know.
These are the old Kiwis.
Oh, right.
Yeah. These are the guys that found Australia too woke
Right. Okay.
and founded New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens now, I think, is that he gets a tank regiment, 150 tanks maybe, and he says, we're going to punch you through the Axis lines and you should expect 100% casualties.
Yes.
It's basically a suicide mission.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's 75% casualties. They lose 120 tanks. I
Yeah.
imagine that means the people in them go as well.
Not necessarily, but
Yeah,
it's
'cause
not
we have the Sherman at
great
this point.
news.
No.
You can kind of dip out the back if it's starting to burn up or something.
Yeah. So this is Brigadier John Curry is told to that. And so it's basically like one last push, a 7-hour aerial bombardment, a 4-hour artillery barrage, and
Wait. So this is the Brits breaking through the line, but that's
Yeah.
very on-Monty to risk.
but as in he goes right with one push and 100% casualties, we'll actually break them.
Okay, so it's quite rare for him to actually do.
I guess he picks his moment.
Yeah.
And there's another
Right.
armored regiment behind the one that they think will
Right.
be wiped out, ready to go. And they basically just look at it and go, look, with all the bombing and stuff, demine as much as you can, but just fucking go for
Go
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Charge the light brigade sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. And so this is the charge that ultimately gets in behind Rommel, which means that Rommel's encircled, which is the sort of death trap, right?
Maybe he wanted that.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes that sort of stuff.
Maybe.
We don't
He was
know.
on speed for 18
Yeah.
months. He's been in Bergheim recovering. He's like, I've learned some new stuff. Getting in behind's not that bad, actually.
Yeah. There's no chill out room in the desert, Rommel.
There's no chill out room in Bergheim either. You think there is, and then
Because their
actually
idea of what a chill out room is being fisted by
Yeah.
4 men.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, that's not how I like to unwind. Actually,
That's a break for these guys. Now, so Rommel contacts High Command and says our line's been punched through. We're basically surrounded. Hitler says victory or death.
Yeah.
You don't retreat. Direct order to Rommel. Now Hitler at this time is quite distracted. He's got a lot on. Famously,
ADHD as well.
he had to have ADHD.
He did. Yeah.
He had a sunflower lanyard on. And Stalingrad's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is his
And also, ADHD meds were not invented yet, were they? Were they, Charlie? Elvance and stuff like that?
well, I guess it's Pervitin.
The Pervitin would be the closest thing to
Yeah,
it.
so I imagine it's quite hard for him to focus on one thing. So I think it's a
No,
new
37
lens.
actually.
Okay, well, he probably should have been taking some of that so he could focus on multiple fronts.
Yeah. But he's also micromanaging Stalingrad. I don't know if he's doing that by this point.
He's
but
hyper focused on it.
yes. I know he probably is because this is November. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is where he's
Can you stop
basically...
micromanaging me, Hitler?
Now, his
It's
great
quite funny
fault.
to be like, can
Can you give me some space?
Yeah,
Adolf?
you're just like, stop backseat driving, Hitler.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that he then tries to organise an airlift in Stalingrad. I don't know whether this is the right time or there might be later on, which is impossible
But this
to
is
achieve.
the trend of the rest of the war. It's that the tilt of the war is happening in North Africa and Barbarossa. The whole first phase of the war happened one way, and the whole second phase of the war happened pretty much the same way.
The turning point is El Alamein.
It is. This
It
is
is El Alamein.
But Hitler it goes so well. Hitler thinks he's a genius, and then he never backs down. And all of the Nazi failures happen the same way, basically from here on out.
Yes,
They're gambling on if we win Stalingrad and the Soviet Union implodes, then we'll make peace with the Western powers.
Right.
They're hoping that that's like.
Are they even now? They still think they want Britain to come to the
now?
table. Not now.
They still, even out there somewhere
Even
now.
now, they think
One
they're at
incredibly,
peace.
incredibly sunburnt German is still out there now.
Yeah, in the Alps,
Looks
doing
like a
star
little-
jumps in the
little
Alps.
prune.
Yeah,
No, they really think like once we demonstrate that and we defeat them in the East, then they'll come to their senses. They'll, at the very least, they'll leave us alone.
Have you watched? I'm sure you have the new Tom Hanks 20-part series on World War II.
No, I haven't seen it.
I've started it. It's
Well,
only,
it's on Netflix?
It's on Now TV.
Because I've watched a couple of 20-part series of World War II. I wonder what this new 20-part series of World War II is going to tell me about World War II that the other
Well, I
20-part
thought
series.
that. I thought I'll put.
What's the new take?
Listen, Amanda was out, and as ever, I watched Band of Brothers again for the fifth time recently.
Sure.
I've watched The World at War twice in the last year.
Yep.
So I was like, do you know what? It's a new one, and it's very fast paced.
Maybe the ending's different.
Maybe they win. Maybe they win this time. But it is actually, it's actually very well done. It's because there's no veterans in it. Fucking
Yeah.
But no, they just rattle through it and they tell the story.
You aged badly, brother.
Yeah, come on. Look like wet scrambled egg. No, it's made for a more kind of online generation, right?
Yes.
So just narratively, it's quite how they choose to do it. So I've only watched the first 3 episodes.
Have they got like KSI doing talking heads?
No, Tom Hanks does an opening
Right.
sort of piece of prose to camera that is very. It's just very good. Just the writing's very good, and it pumps
Tom
you up.
Hanks.
And he's Tom Hanks. And then also, I started watching episode 1, and then I'd obviously watched just all 3. I was just having a great
Drenched
time.
and cum.
Drenched. Amanda came home, cum everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Tom Hanks on the screen. Oh, what do you want me to do? You can't leave me.
What was it like World War II for Zoomers, or was it actually decent?
No,
Well, what do
I don't know.
Zoomers?
Well, I'd be interested in that. I mean, it would, to tell you nothing really.
Were they saying things like, Hitler had a lot of aura?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, actually,
it's giving.
Yeah.
He knife mogged the SA.
Yeah.
It's giving genocide.
Yeah. No, he Holocaust maxed. He did. But no, it had
Allegedly.
It was allegedly. But it was good. It's just well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing. I'm watching this thinking like there's nothing I don't really know.
Yeah.
But it's just presented in a nice way, and they have actually digitally enhanced a lot of footage and photos that I hadn't seen before. So
When you digitally enhance, you mean make it bring the
brighter
colour?
and and
Not like AI'd them, so it's like
no.
they're like dancing and doing
They're
TikToks
not, no,
and stuff.
it's not those
Right.
things you always see.
Like
of
you see like Monty going like,
No, it's always like people always keep sending me reels of like Hitler's been spotted at a football game. It's just an AI guy in
Yeah.
a crowd. But it's Hitler. It's
People
not
keep
that.
sending you that.
oh,
Yes, yeah.
the shit we get is
What
crazy.
I just showed you a Nazi mother's cross downstairs.
Yeah,
The
that's
worst thing,
true.
I get loads of shit anyway, but I get some shit because they think I'm sort of the soft underbelly to get into you sometimes.
Really?
They think that
yeah.
like, they'll send me stuff because
Yeah,
they don't.
yeah.
They assume that you won't respond, but they think that there's a chance. He's like, "Can you show Finn this?" And of course, it'll be just the same Hitler
Just
thing.
Hitler again. Yeah.
It's really important to me that Finn sees this blurry AI rendering of Hitler.
Hitler watching Charlton. Yeah, all right.
They're bleeding out. Please get this to Finn.
Right. Anyway, so Hitler says, Rommel, you don't retreat. And this, as we said, Rommel's not actually a Nazi, although, he's one of the more Nazi guys who's ever lived in that he fought for them. But Rommel
is a Nazi.
Yes. But he's also, he's
He's a
he's not loyal to Hitler in the way that Goering is or
He's-
other generals are.
Wait, are you saying he sort of did it with like, you're a Nazi?
No. Firstly, this is the only theatre of war with no war
I'm
crimes.
Nazi.
It's the only theatre with no war crimes in World War II, right?
Is it? It's a gentleman.
It's the most cricket. It's the most gentlemanly of the
Yes,
theatres.
that's probably
The only
right,
thing, the
isn't it?
closest thing to a war crime actually is the SAS early stuff where they gunned down people.
Yeah. Even that's debatable.
Exactly. It's not actually, they're soldiers, so it's not really a war crime.
Because I back myself militarily. It's weirdly my instinct when I was thinking of some of the problems here, because I'm always trying to think, what would I do? With trying to clear the mines, my first instinct was to get those 100,000 Italian prisoners of war and make them walk through it. But that would be a war crime.
Yeah.
So maybe, it's lucky I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because my first instinct was war crime.
See? You're so quick to judge.
It's true.
People in glass
So it's
houses.
easy. It's like, you might say, because that was...
People in
I would
glass
have sorted it
houses.
out. 100,000 walking in a line. Like they're searching
Imagine
for a
the
missing
fucking
body.
noise. One of those Italians stepping on a landmark. Christ. Anyway, so Rommel basically ignores Hitler and he retreats to try and save the force.
Just ignore him.
He leaves all the
he's
Italians
great.
behind because they don't have any vehicles.
Yeah.
And he's like, good luck, okay?
Yeah, but the Italians they love surrendering.
We'll be right here.
They love surrendering so much. They don't have any tanks.
Yeah.
They're basically World War I force. All they have is pasta
mad.
kitchens.
Yeah.
It's farcical. It's absolutely farcical. So 3rd November 42 is the final breakthrough. Rommel's fuel shortages are critical. Rommel then decides, fuck Hitler. We're going back.
Hitler, man.
Fuck Hitler, man. Fuck him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So he chooses to retreat.
Yeah.
So they all begin withdrawing westward to Libya to avoid encirclement.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just all so hard to visualize. The tanks have broken through. So Monty has started to encircle, but I guess the encirclement is such a large area that Rommel can see what's going on and decides over a matter of hours.
How are they mapping? Are they mapping with reconnaissance planes?
Yes, yeah. Rommel's particularly keen on us having a big Storch plane fly around, and he sometimes goes up in it himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
So and it's the desert, right? So you can just see
For ages,
Yeah.
Christ. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this withdrawal signals Allied victory, and it is the first defeat of German forces in World War II.
And the big Churchill quote.
The big Churchill quote is, before Alamein, we never had a victory. After Alamein, we never had a defeat.
Goes hard.
Yeah.
nice.
It is the most important theatre of World War II. The Second Battle of El Alamein, it all rests on this. Yeah?
Yeah.
The Soviet stuff's a sideshow, okay? The Second Battle of El Alamein has been won. Monty has come in. He's defeated Rommel. Rommel is now in free fall. The stage is set for the collapse of Axis control in North Africa. In our next episode, Pierre will still be here to go through Operation Torch, Monty and Rommel in Italy, Rommel's asparagus.
Yep.
He knows what that means. Of course. And the way Rommel meets his end is extraordinary. It's great stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
also
good.
the stuff Monty says in the 60s is equally a lot of fun.
Monty,
He lived too long. He lived too long.
Die in war.
Monty lived too long.
I couldn't believe when I saw how long Monty lived. The fact that he's in fucking Thatcher's Britain, like the 80s.
No.
80?
Heath. He's in Wilson's second term.
Callahan, I'm
76.
sure.
No, he goes 76.
76, right.
Yeah.
It's like he should not be living.
Wilson's getting pegged by Marcia with Monty in the House of Lords. Anyway, that's on the next episode, which is already on our Patreon, where for £3 a month you can join a community of people who, will probably
like-minded individuals
who will probably play that board game that Pierre mentioned. But if not, we'll see you next time for the conclusion of our epic Monty and Rommel series. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.